The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. This is Indiana High School basketball here on 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, and Ubalor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota. It's time to settle in, as tip-off is moments away.
Welcome to Barr Reeve High School here in Montgomery, Indiana. The Jasper Wildcats are on the road to take on the Barr Reeve Vikings. Jasper stands at 10-5 on the season, and Barr Reeve is 14-1. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider, along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And Jason, kind of taking a look at things coming into tonight's ball game. The Wildcats, with 3 wins, kind of bookend over their last 2 losses against Evansville North, and then with a loss the other night against New Albany. But really, the Wildcats at 10-5 on the season. Give me kind of your assessment of where you see the Wildcats at this point, about 3/4 of the way through the season.
Well, Craig, I think, for the most part, we've played pretty well throughout the course of the year. We've had some ups and downs, here and there, and you're going to have that in high school sports. Last weekend, we came out of that weekend 1-1, played a very, very good New Albany team, and then played DuBois at home first. But anyways, the DuBois game, that was obviously a nice win to beat a county rival on your home floor. But I didn't feel like we played particularly well all weekend. So I look for us to try to rebound tonight. Obviously, it's not going to be an easy task. But, as far as the season goes, I think, I to be honest, I'd say I'm a little surprised at where our record's at.
Okay.
I was looking at maybe 500, a game or 2 over it maybe this year. So from that standpoint, I think, we've played pretty well.
Right. Yeah, and of course in conference play too. It's not a conference game tonight, but the Wildcats are 4-2 in the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference, so have been very competitive there. Now Barr Reeve 14-1 on the season, and they outscore their opponents by about 17 points per ball game. And so they're a team that's going to score around the late 50s, up into the 60s and all that. But the main thing is the Wildcats, I think, are going to have to score right with them to be competitive in this ball game. So the tip is underway. We are underway here, and the Cats with the basketball to start things off with Riley Foy, Logan Day, Max Butel, Parker Ernie getting the start tonight, and then also Jalen Mayners, number 51, leading the Wildcats at 14 points per ball game. And they're taking on a Barr Reeve team with Loninger's number 10. Carson Yoder is 22 as Mayners gets it into the lane. He can't get the shot to go. Rebound right there by Jalen Graber, 32. Braxton Neidig is 24, and Josh Miller is number 42. So, again, Barr Reeve is going to be very disciplined with their offense and real stingy on defense, so it's going to be a tough game all night.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Barr Reeve is notorious. Them and Lagodi up in this area are always good defensive teams, and like you said, they're very disciplined.
They start things off with a 3-pointer right there, and that is drained by Braxton Neidig. So that gets the Barr Reeve Vikings on the board first. And, you have kind of your scouting report is that if they shoot the 3, they're tough to beat. Yeah,
that's exactly what I was told. And, obviously from that first shot there, it looks, evident that they do like to shoot them. So, again, we talk about it all year about the type of defense that Jasper plays. A lot of teams aren't used to that type of thing. So hopefully tonight we'll have the same thing as Jalen comes back with a 3-2. But we'll just have to see how it shakes out.
So Maynard gets in the scoring column right there. Missed a shot in the lane earlier, so pops a 3, makes it a 3-3 ball game just underway here at Barr Reeve High School. Barr Reeve Vikings, who've had a lot of success. They're 1A, of course, but you see the banners hanging up on the wall here. The 2 state championships within the past few years, 10 years or so. And there's a drive from their steal actually right there, and coming down and knocking it away as Day went up for the shot. So Josh Miller, no call on the play, so it's just knocked out of bounds. Wildcats will have inbound underneath, and John Gable in his 19th year at Jasper, 253 wins as a Wildcat head coach. And Heath Howington, former Memorial coach, as that shot right there goes in for the Wildcats. Foy gets 2 points there to make it a 5-3 ball game. But Howington had made that move from Memorial after 5 seasons there, winning a sectional last year. And he's now the head man here at Barr Reeve, has his team out with 14 wins in 15 games. And there's a good drive right there and put up and in by Yoder. So we're just pretty well matching each other right now, Jason.
Yeah. We need to do a little bit better job on defense to not allow them to have such easy shots. Barr Reeve's young. You know, that's one thing they start 1 junior or 2 juniors and 3 sophomores. So,
right.
You know, their future looks bright for a little while.
Quick drive and good defense by the Wildcats to take that away. So Yoder not able to get that shot up and in. So the Cats will bring it down quickly and the ball gets knocked away. So Parker Ernie, number 25, is going to inbound over there, and he gets the start tonight, Jason.
Yeah, Parker, you know, he's kind of a spark plug when he comes in the game. He had been playing a quarter on the JVs and then having quarters left for the varsity. But I noticed tonight he didn't play JV. Looked like to me they had some new faces on the JV team tonight. So I assume maybe the freshmen are done and they moved some freshmen up to play on the JV team.
Got it.
I think that's part of the.
Yeah, so Parker trying to make a move right there, but a nice defensive block there by Josh Miller. Leads this team in block shots, so 5-5 is our score, 4:33 to go here in the first quarter.
Parker's one of those kids that, you know, he does a lot of the dirty work, as you want to call it. He will get in there and bang and rebound for no bigger than what he is. He does a very good job of playing inside.
Yeah, stands at 6 foot tall, but yeah, you're right as far as being able to battle down in the blocks right there. He's got the assignment of number 32, Jalen Graber, who's their leading scorer, so that might have been the mentality too, is to get him to really throw Graber off his game tonight. As Vikings missed that shot, Cats come the other way. Halfway through the quarter now as Mainers drives. Gonna have to kind of force a 15-footer.
Yeah.
Probably could have kicked it out and kept that possession going a little bit longer.
Yeah, we didn't need, that was too quick of a shot. Tough shot. It wasn't too quick of a shot, but the quality of the shot wasn't what you want that quick.
Graber in the lane, he's short right there, but a nice job there by Yoder to throw it off a Wildcat. So Barr Reeve's going to hang on to the basketball. Graber averages 14 a game. Loninger, number 10, averages 13.3, the only two in double-figure averages for this Barr Reeve team. But right there, Graber shows his ability, and he pops that three. Vikings with a 3-point lead, 8-5 here, 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Thursday night basketball tonight, as that shot does not go for Foy, but we get a whistle down low. So that's going to be a personal foul whistled on Graber, his first.
Looks like he hurt his ankle. That'd be a big blow if they lose him.
Yeah, he looks really.
Looks like his left ankle. I don't know. I didn't see it, but he got kind of tangled up with Foy when they were trying to get the rebound.
So they got to go to the bench early, and here they bring in Corbin Boyd, a senior, number 14. Mainers off the inbounds and is popping that jumper. So Mainers has got 5, makes it a 1-point game. Barr Reeve with a 1-point lead, 8-7 right now. Cats looking to go with their bench when we get the next stop. Boyd forced out there, so nice job defensively by Ernie. But he finds an opening the other way, so Boyd comes off the bench and provides a spark right away and hits that three-pointer, making it an 11-7 ball game. Mainers being guarded by Neidig. He's able to get it over to Foy for a bucket, so he's got 4.
That was a nice cut by Foy and a nice look by Mainers to get him the ball where he could score.
2-point ball game. Barr Reeve leads by 2, 11-9. 2:24 in the clock, and there's a spin move in the lane, doesn't go, so Loniger not able to get his first points yet. Foy with another spin move over on this side, and he puts that one right up and in. So Foy with 3 buckets here in the quarter and ties this ball game at 11. If you ask me, I mean, Barr Reeve, tight ball game, but yeah, they're just pretty well working that perimeter the most of the time.
Yeah.
That shot doesn't go, so Butel quickly gets it over to the right side, and that's Day. Now he feeds it into Mainers, and Mainers kind of lost the handle there. It looked like he was going to couldn't decide whether he wanted to go off the glass or possibly dunk it, but I don't think he was high enough to do that.
No.
The biggest thing is we didn't score there.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity there.
Still locked at 11 here with 1:20 to go. Drive and then kick to the corner. Tries to set a screen. Leininger has to give it up. There's a 3-point shot. Left-handed shot by Josh Miller doesn't go. So we're inside a minute. And that's going to be a whistle right there. So that will be on Carson Yoder. Second personal foul whistled on the Vikings, so that was kind of a long stretch there because 2 Wildcats had just checked in. Lamont and also Levin have
been sitting there for a while.
I was like, I got sore knees. Levin can't find anybody down low, so he leaves it off for a long 3-pointer. It doesn't go for Foy. So Barr Reeve with the basketball in 39 seconds as they bring it across mid-court here.
It's been a quick quarter. Only 3 fouls.
Yeah,
I only got 1 turnover in the quarter for Barr Reeve, and that's it. So, clock, like you said, the clock's been running because those guys were sitting at the scores table for a long time.
Oh, yeah, good 2 or 3 minutes or so. All right, we're down to 20 seconds now. Actually, did they call a timeout or what? He pointed to the side.
I don't know what he was calling. I think the official.
Jasper actually knocked the ball away, so he blew the whistle right there. I thought, is he calling a foul or what the deal is?
Yeah, I think the official thought the coach was hollering timeout and he was trying to set up a play, I think. But
all right. Well, benefit to Barr Reeve because Cats did knock it away. Now we're down to 8. Leininger is going to go one-on-one, and actually probably a good foul right there committed by Lamont. Of course, plenty of fouls to give, just 2 on both teams so far. 5 seconds on the clock now. Leininger is going to have to force one up, and he just kind of slops one there and doesn't go. Jasper comes down, and we will finish the first locked at 11 here on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on remaining new 2025 models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough and powerful Tacoma pickup and the popular versatile RAV4 SUV. Available now and priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Both teams back on the court here, getting ready to start the second quarter. Locked at 11 right now. Cats are led by Riley Foy's 6 points. Jalen Mainers has 5. 4 players for the Vikings have scored so far, but the main one is their leading scorer, Jalen Graber.
Yeah, and he's
went
sitting
out with an injury.
Yeah, he's sitting at the end of the bench with his shoe and sock off with ice on it, so.
That's not looking good.
No, that would look to me like he's done for the night. But
Kick to the corner. That's going to be Boyd shooting a three, or he hit one earlier, and that's going to be Jasper basketball as it went off Boyd. Checking Barr Reeve's lineup here. Number 23 is in the ball game. That's Miller Thompson. Then with the basketball, looking for some help. Now he dribbles out, gives it over to Mainers up top. Tries to make a move down to the baseline, not there. So Foy goes to his left side, gets the ball knocked away, and I think that went off Foy. So Barr Reeve will have the basketball. So neither team has scored yet. We're 50 seconds into the second quarter here. 11-11's our score.
Uh-oh.
Feed down on the baseline. Now kick back out. Loniger now gets it over to Thompson. Yoder is 22 with the ball in his hands. There's a drive. And a little switch there by Day. Picks him up. Now there's a baseline drive. Shot up and put up and in there by Neidig. So he gets his 5th point of the ball game and breaks the ice here in the second quarter. 13-11. Barr Reeve with the lead. Mainers has got a one-on-one opportunity here. Turnaround Jay on the way, doesn't go.
That was a tough shot. The guy played good defense, had his hand in Jalen's face. And
kind of forced him to fade away there.
Yeah.
Well, he got him up in the air there, and they actually called him for steps.
They called him for traveling, but he didn't really go anywhere, so I didn't know how he could have traveled, but.
Well, we'll take the early calls here.
Yeah, because that could change in the fourth quarter.
Ethan Thornburg's checked in for the Wildcats, number 33, so the Cats are making some changes. Butel's back in the ball game. Now that ball gets knocked away. I don't think Butel's man who he intended to was expecting the ball, so an easy bucket there by Neidig. So Barr Reeve with 4 points here in the quarter to take a 4-point lead. And just like that, the Cats turn it over again. So Riley Foy
tried to go, his mind went faster than his body did, and the ball went out of bounds.
I don't know if the body or the mind knew what they were doing there. So. All right, so we got another substitution here. Now number 12, Wrigley Wirtz is in the ball game. It's a pretty cool name, Wrigley Wirtz.
That is definitely different.
Double W. But right there, Carson Yoder pops a three, and Barr Reeve is extended to a 7-point lead. Jasper yet to score in the quarter, so we're going to call a quick timeout here for John Gable. 18-17. Barr Reeve leads the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a Good Time Gold Saturday morning. Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
So Jason Stamm, I stand corrected. It's 18-11. I said 18-17 as we went to the break.
Well, yeah, but you know, all good announcers make mistakes every now and then. So we'll accept that one.
Well, be careful with your adjectives that you use there. All right, so Jasper's looking for their first bucket here of the second half. We wish it were 18-17, that's for sure. But no, there's a nice play, and that's a good start. So Cats come out of the timeout and get a bucket there.
Yeah, and you know, the good thing about that is a lot of times when we come out of timeouts, Coach Bagley or Coach Gable, whoever it is, will set up a play during that timeout, and we come out and execute it and end up with an easy shot like that.
And the Cats come up with the defensive play to get the ball right back, so Mainers with it. Butel, no shot there, so Mainers gets it back. He drives, nothing. And kind of Euro steps his way around his guy, but it doesn't go.
Again, it just looks like it's forced, you know. Pass it out and look to get it back.
Well, the thing is, there's no shot clock, is there?
Nope.
Not yet, at least.
Nope.
Barr Reeve with a 5-point lead, 18-13, working the ball with 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Wrigley Wirtz with the basketball.
Oh, nice
Loninger
pass.
backed his guy in and found a wide open Thompson. So Barr Reeve kind of spreading the wealth here. 5 different players have scored for the Vikings. 7-point lead, 2013. Jasper trailing with the basketball right now.
They're a little stagnant on offense. They're not moving the way we need to.
Well, that was a good movement right there, though. Parker Ernie just got around his guy and put it right up and in, so we'll take that, making it a 5-point game, 2015.
To me, though, it just looks like on offense it's a lot of one-on-one stuff. You know, it's not creating out of the offense.
Well, Cats kind of got an advantage there because that was a forced shot there by Neidig. But Neidig knocks it away, so both teams not executing very well in their last 2 possessions offensively.
Turnovers have definitely stepped up in the second quarter for both teams.
Thompson aggressively going against Thornburg there, and he draws the contact. And that's got to be before the shot. Yeah, they're going to inbound down there, so seeing some players come back in. 42, Josh Miller is in for the Vikings. Cats come back in with Day and also Levi Klaus is in. I thought I said 15 at first, but nope, 31. Little turnaround jumper doesn't go there, so both teams kind of forcing some tough shots.
Yeah, that was a forced shot for their part.
5-point game, Jasper. Drive right there, stop and pop for Foy, but long on his shot. Foy leads the Wildcats with 8 points, but couldn't get that one to drop there, so it's a 5-point game still with 2:14 to go. This quarter moving just as fast as the first quarter.
That's good. We got to get home. It's school night.
It is a school night, isn't it? At least you don't have to push snow tonight, do you?
That's a big plus. Uh-oh, somebody had his arm.
All right, so this time it's going to go on Riley Foy, I believe. Yep, number 3. So just 2 fouls whistled in the quarter, both on the Wildcats, none on the Vikings yet. So stepping up to the free throw line and popping it. That's Yoder, Carson Yoder, who gets his 6th point of the ball game. He had a 3-pointer earlier in this quarter. And Boyd's going to check back in. So he's long on the second free throw. And that's going to be a reach called on one of those 2 over there. I think they're going to call it on 42. I'll take that back. They actually call it on 22, so that's Yoder. That's his 2nd personal foul, and I think he may be setting down for the rest of the half with 1:57 to go here in the second quarter. 21-15. Jasper's now with a 6-point deficit as they have the basketball. Max Butel being met by Loninger. Now he gives it up. Foy dribbles up top. Ernie with it. Now Day tries to drive. Butel gets an easy bucket. Kind of a defensive breakdown there to give him an easy layup there and make it a 4-point game.
We were talking about the 3-point shooting. I just looked up the stats. Barr Reeve shot 233s and Jasper shot 236. So
wow,
both teams like to fire from beyond the arc.
No doubt.
They're both hitting about 35% of them.
Ooh. That shot doesn't go there for Miller. Jasper's coming the other way. Butel on the left side. Foy works off a screen there by Ernie. Gets a little bump, but stops. Now he's double teamed. Ernie, and he's going to be called for a travel. I think he got a little too excited how wide open that lane was.
Yeah, I was going to say he had a clear path to the basket. He took off running before he dribbled.
Yeah, unfortunately, because he did hit the shot there. So Barr Reeve's going to have the basketball with 51.2 to go. And they got a 4-point lead, 21-17. Now Levin comes in. So Foy, Butel, Ernie, Klaus, and Levin are here to defend probably for about the last 44 seconds as we expect Barr Reeve to try to work down to one shot here.
Yeah, and Jasper's got 2 fouls to give, so I'm sure they'll probably take advantage of those if the opportunity presents itself when the clock runs down a little bit farther.
Just don't want to do it on a shot, that's for sure.
Nope.
Clock down to 22. Use the handle and he gets it right back there as Wirtz. Moniger actually is forced to call a timeout, so good job by the Wildcats to double team him. So we'll take a break here. 14.8 to go here in the first half. 21-17. Vikings lead the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
All right, we'll see what Coach Howington draws up against the Wildcats with 13 seconds to go. Trying to execute their play. A little more aggressiveness than what you see a lot of time when somebody tries to isolate. Now it gives a wide open shot, doesn't go for Wirtz. And Jasper's able to hold off that last attempt there by Barr Reeve. So we're at 21-17 here at halftime, Jason. So thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think, like we said numerous times, it was a fast-paced half. Both teams were playing relatively air-free, not a lot of fouls, a lot of contested forced shots. I think that's why you see the score where it's at. I think for Barr Reeve, obviously they're missing their leading scorer.
Yeah, went
out. So I think that's a big factor that's playing into their game.
Yeah, as far as their offense.
Right. So.
And that's the thing. I mean, Jasper's got to be able to take advantage of that, because, they lose one of their primary scorers, and I don't feel like that they're throwing up a lot of threes. They've only hit, I guess they've hit 3 of them. Check out 4. So.
Yeah. I mean,
bad assessment on my part.
Well, it's,
They've hit a few.
What are they? Is this their volleyball team, I think, maybe, that won the state title this year? So, like you said earlier, for the size of the school of Barr Reeve, they sure have a lot of banners hanging up and a lot of success. So, and I think that goes back to the culture of the community. Of it's a community just like Jasper, DuBois County is. It's just a bunch of hardworking people, and the kids get that instilled in their head from little on up. And I think that plays a big factor in it.
Totally agree.
As far as the ball game goes, there hasn't been a lot to talk about. I mean, it's both teams are playing fairly well. I mean, I got Jasper for 4 turnovers and Barr Reeve for 3.
Yeah.
And I'm sure both coaches will take that.
Sure.
So it'll just be a matter of who can make a few adjustments here at halftime and hit a couple key shots and see who comes out on top.
All right, so we'll take a break here. Jasper trails by 4 at halftime, 21-17 here at Barr Reeve on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
All right, we're at halftime as both teams have come back out on the basketball court. Jasper trails 21-17 against the Barr Reeve Vikings tonight. And JC got some information on what's coming up with Jasper Youth Baseball this year.
Yeah, I do, Craig. Just let people know what's going on. We have started the Jasper Youth Baseball registration process. It runs until Sunday, February the 15th without having to pay a late fee. After that, then you have to pay a $10 late fee. We never really quit accepting registrations, but if you want to get by without having to pay that extra $10 fee, you need to get that done before Sunday, February 15th. And again, this year, everything, Little League went to it this last year, but everything has to be done online. So you can log on to the website, and it's www.leagues.bluesombrero.com/Jasper National Little League. So it's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
But if anybody has any questions on it, feel free to text or call me on my cell phone. That number is 812-630-5760. So, you know, like I said, we're trying to get it going. Just wanted to put a shout out for maybe somebody that might have missed what was going on with it. So like I said, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll help them get their little one registered. And we're looking forward to having another successful Little League season.
And I'm sure you got all that information on social media, Facebook.
Yeah, it's on Twitter or X, whatever that is, right. Facebook, all those social media sites has that website. So, you know, there's obviously opportunities out there to get it and get signed up. You know, last year we were right at 500 kids in the league, so hopefully this year we can get, you know, back to close to that number. Sure. And see how it goes.
All right, well, baseball season sneaks up on us every year, doesn't it?
It sure does.
All right, well, we're still in basketball season, though, and Jasper trying to claw back into this ball game right now, just down by 4, 21-17 as we start the second half. Both teams pretty strict in their man-to-man defense all night. Mainer's down low, has battled against Neidig and can't get that shot. He's a little bit short. Battle for the rebound. Tanner comes up with it. I'm sorry, Ernie comes up with it. I called him Tanner, thinking Tanner Ernie, but no, Parker Ernie. And he gets a quick bucket, so Jasper gets on the board right away there. But Mainers looks like he's a little shaken up. So both
hobbled,
teams' leading scores are hobbled up a little bit.
Yeah, he's holding I'm not sure what he's holding, the ankle, both ankles. I'm not sure.
Well, Jalen Graber is now in his street clothes
yeah.
pretty well, and he is done for the night, no doubt about that.
Yep.
So there's a hard drive and a shot up with his left hand is Josh Miller, so he's got his first 2 points of the ball game, gets that 4-point lead right back for Barr Reeve, 23-19. And the ball gets knocked away there, so Barr Reeve aggressive defensively. Yoder has it. Sets up a three-pointer for Lonergan, doesn't go. Jasper's coming the other way. Cross court. Now feed down into Ernie. And Ernie draws the contact and will shoot two.
That was a nice job by Day. Day had a quick look, didn't force it, had a shot fake and fed Ernie down on the low post, and leads to Ernie getting 2 free throws. Now you just need to convert these.
And looks good on that one. So he's got 5 points in the ball game, 2 buckets and a free throw. So Parker Ernie getting his start tonight.
Looks like they're working on Mainer's ankle too down at the end of the Jasper bench.
Yeah, so he's got his shoe off now as well. So we'll see how serious that is. It's serious enough that
you hate to see that for any, kid, obviously, but especially the two that are hurt. They're the leading scorers on both teams.
Right.
And it's early in the year, or not early in the year, but it's the point of the year where you need to get these healed so that they're ready to go by tournament time. And
absolutely.
I think that's probably why Barr Reeve just elected to let their young man sit out.
Sure.
Because it's obviously you want to win, but it is just a regular season game.
Yeah. With neither team battling for conference.
Right. It's not a
situations
conference
anything
game
like
or
that.
nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Two-point lead for Barr Reeve as they work their offense. Corbin Boyd, number 14, a senior. He's got most of those minutes since the injury, but right there, Neidig is able to hit a shot, so he's got 9 points. He leads Barr Reeve and gets that lead back up to 4, 25-21.
Neidig's a nice little player for a sophomore. He averages 9 a game, so he's right, at his average.
Well, actually, Barr Reeve picking up the fouls here. That's their third one whistled. Not even 3 minutes into the second half. Cats trying to inbound, get it in. Sets up Dave for a three-point shot, and he's able to knock that one down. So that's his first bucket of the ball game, and it's a big one right there to make it a one-point game. 25-24, Barr Reeve leads. So they work the ball around the perimeter. Now Loniger's got it, one-on-one against Max Butel. Dribbles baseline, cut off. Feeds over here to Boyd. Yoder, now Loniger gets it back. Good job by Max to take away that drive that he's trying to get along the baseline there. Tempered on both sides. And that's a good aggressive right there by Josh Miller, so he's got his second bucket of the quarter. Quick drive right there, and ball gets knocked away, so Klaus trying to make a play there, but Cats will hang on to it as substitution coming with Wrigley Wirtz coming in again.
Your favorite player.
Double W, baby.
You think his mom and dad are Cubs fans?
Probably.
Name him Wrigley.
That might be the case. Ooh, what a three-point shot there. So that's the second one Day's hit. So 2 possessions, and he ties this basketball game, 27-27. Miller gets cut off there. Good defense by Klaus. Butel and Loniger have gone at it this entire quarter so far. 4:20 on the clock. Game locked at 27 right now. Jasper trailed by 4 at halftime. Picks up his dribble. Day's all over him.
Mainers is getting ready to check back in, so that's good.
It's a good sign for the Cats, you're right. And that's actually going to be a foul, not necessarily a slip there by Neidig. So first foul whistled on the Wildcats. It's going to go on Ernie, number 25. So Mainers is in. He looked like he was limping just a bit, but he's going to gut his way through this ball game. But Neidig tries to take advantage of the baseline, get cut off there. Pulls up in the lane, kicks to the wing, and off the glass. They didn't call it, but it counts.
Well, you could tell from where we're setting that was going to be way offline, but I didn't think it was going to bank in. But
haven't seen that since Ted Kitchell back for the Hoosiers back in '83. 3-point lead for the Vikings. Shot does not go there for Day. Now Yoder will bring it up. Loniger really trying to make some one-on-one moves against Butel, but Butel has just locked him down. He has yet to score tonight. Baseline drive there, cut off. Force the feed back out here to Miller. Ernie on him. And Ernie's going to pick up his second foul on that bump. All right, so John Gable makes a few moves here. Lamont in the ball game. Also number 15, Jack Levin. .257 on the clock. Barr Reeve working the basketball with a 3-point lead. One-on-one now forced to get back out there. Now baseline drive. Kicks to the corner. Good ball movement there by Barr Reeve. Sets up a 3-point shot there by Lonecker. So
a lot of unselfish play there because there was a couple shots guys could have took, but they kept passing the ball and got an even better one.
And that shot gets blocked there by Foy, and Barr Reeve comes up with it. So Barr Reeve now with the 6-point lead. The biggest lead was 7 at 18-11 earlier. Sets up another 3-point shot that's going to be long. Battle for the rebound, and I think they're going to call this actually on Barr Reeve.
Yeah.
So Josh Miller's going to pick up that personal foul. Makes it number 4 in the quarter. So Cats would shoot free throws if they get fouled again here with 2:06 to go in the third. So Miller's going to have to sit because that is foul number 3 on him. Jasper looking to cut into the 6-point deficit. 33-27. Barr Reeve with the lead and just getting eaten alive right there defensively. Coming up with a play was Wirtz. And we got another whistle down here.
Be interesting to see if they call that a shooting foul or not, or an intentional or not. Yep.
It will go down as an intentional foul, so.
That's a kind of a judgment call in my opinion. I think that's why the two officials got together, and that's what Coach Gable wants an explanation on it. The guy looked like he was going to have an easy layup, and we fouled him. Again, like I said, it's a judgment call. Luckily, he missed this first one. Maybe he'll miss this one and won't be no harm.
So Wirtz will get the second shot, and he pops that one. So actually 2 fouls on Lamont now. Actually, Cats picked up 3 pretty quick fouls here.
Yeah, they did. They went from none to 3 in no time.
Inbound goes to Neidig. Now hands off to Lonecker. He drives baseline. Good job there to help his day. And then there's a drive, and two tall trees actually knock out away, and now we got a foul as the Cats were advancing up the court here. So that's going to be foul number 5, so it will be free throws for the Wildcats.
Yep.
That one goes on Miller Thompson, number 23. So the action's picked up a little bit here in this third quarter. Barr Reeve has scored 13 points, and that free throw doesn't go for Day. Cats have scored 10 points in the quarter. Second foul shot is true. 5-point ball game, 34-28 with $1:35 to go here in the third. Levin on Wirtz. Not much there. There's a drive and kick to the baseline and not able to get it to Thompson. So that's a turnover on the Vikings, so Cats have a chance to cut into this lead. 34-28. Mainer's up top. Kind of set a screen for him, and now that leaves wide open, but he's not able to get the shot up there, but that's going to be Mainer's called on the foul as he shoved down to the floor for 24.
Yeah, he basically just threw him down to the floor to go get the rebound.
Mainers is a football player, but he's a quarterback. We're not known for too aggressive play there. But. All right, so that's going to give Barr Reeve a chance to extend their lead. 34-28. 58 ticks to go. We're inside a minute here in the third. This basketball game has cruised right along.
Yeah, but we say that all the time, and then it comes back to bite us.
That JV game, I think that last minute lasted about a half hour.
Yeah.
So the Vikings definitely going to be looking for the last shot unless they get a bunny underneath. Cats don't have a foul to give, so you can't be too aggressive. You're going to play hard-nosed defense, but not commit a foul here to give them some easy free throws. 20 seconds to go. So Yoder's just going to back out and see what they finally run once they get to about that 10-second time or there. Yoder not really doing much with it, gives it up, forces Boyd with a long shot that bounces around and rolls in. So I don't know if that's the way it was drawn up, but that's the way it ended. So Boyd hits a three-pointer, and we'll go to the break. Jasper trailing by 9, 37-28 here on 18 WJTS.
Providing news, sports, interviews, meetings, and presentations, community events, information, and local resources to you. All from the comfort of where you choose to watch, read, or listen. Whether you're at home, at work, or on the go, we'll be there for you. 18 WJTS. Local people watching local people and more.
Well, Jason Stamm, when you get in situations like this, you're down by 9 going into the fourth quarter on the road. Somebody's going to have to step up, aren't they?
Yeah, we're definitely going to need somebody on offense to step up. We've got to have some critical stops here on defense because, you don't want to commit a foul that quick into the quarter, 10 seconds. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, you're going to have at least one guy step up, maybe a couple of them.
Stepping up doesn't necessarily always have to be on offense. You
No.
do pretty well on the defensive end too. So that's what the Wildcats are trying to do, but they leave an open shot there. It doesn't go, but right there, an easy rebound and up and in for Josh Miller.
That's what you can't have happen.
So Barr Reeve now with their first double-digit lead of the night, 39-28. Butel gets that shot to go.
I'd like to see Max do a little bit more of that. He did that last year a lot, those running teardrop shots. And for his size, he did a very good job of getting them off. And this year it doesn't seem like he's doing that as much.
Yeah, because he's quick enough to make that move,
Right.
All right, so Barr Reeve, we'll see if they kind of go in a little early delay mode because they lead by 9 right now. Kind of put the pressure on the Wildcats to make a play. Didn't reset the fouls up there, showing Jasper with 5 fouls right now. That's not the case.
No.
So in these situations when, a team's got a lead like this and they just want ball control, what do you need to do defensively? Just things like that, right? Just
yeah,
keep your hand on it.
Jasper's kind of switched. They went to a little zone that time, just trying to mess with Barr Reeve's outside shooting abilities. Now they're back in a man on the out-of-bounds play. But, you have to – somebody has to step up and make a couple of crucial steals or defensive stops. Oh,
looking for those trap opportunities too, right?
Yeah.
There's a drive and probably not a forced shot that you really wanted there and for Barr Reeve, and Jasper's going to get the basketball. So, that's everything too. From Barr Reeve's standpoint, you really shouldn't be forcing shots in those situations.
No. And they're usually pretty good at that, you know, at not forcing things. Not in that instance, which helped Jasper out. But
all right, so John Gable wants a full timeout here to get things figured out. With 5:57 to go, we're trailing by 9 here on 18 WJTS.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
All right, so the Wildcats are going to inbound, trailing by 9. And a risky pass right there, almost gets stolen away.
Yeah, it was.
Cats working their offense. Good. Still pretty heavy, aggressive defense by Barr Reeve right now. And that's going to be a travel.
Yeah. Kind of lost the handle of it a little bit and shuffled his feet in the meantime.
Yeah, sometimes you commit turnovers when you're indecisive, and that was kind of the situation right there for Foy.
Jasper's in a 1-2-2 full court press.
Let's see if this can shake up Barr Reeve and maybe force a turnover, but they're able to get it across. Now breaking away and drive it to the basket, and he's not able to get it to go, and no call.
Wow.
So right there, number 24 at a bunny, that was Braxton Neidig. And then instead a foul whistled on Barr Reeve. So Carson Yoder picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Jasper went to that full court press just to do nothing other than try to speed Barr Reeve up a little bit, and it worked.
Well, Maynard's just trying to do a catch and shoot, but he's actually going to get the benefit of a foul whistled on Josh Miller.
So he'll get 3 free throws.
All right, so Maynard will step up. Maynard did not, actually has not scored in the last 2 quarters. 5 quick points in the first quarter, and since then, that's his first points since then, so he's got 6. Misses the 2nd foul shot. He'll get 1 more. And Barr Reeve's going to call the timeout. So Mainers will have 1 more when we come back. Jasper trails by 8 here on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on select new Chevrolet models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough, dependable Silverado pickup, the comfortable and versatile Equinox, and the fun, fuel-efficient Trax. All priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
9 points off their bench. All right, I would say that Barr Reeve probably called that timeout to set up their press breaker, wouldn't you think?
I would say probably. Coach just wanted to go over it and make sure everybody knew what they were doing.
All right, so Mainers 2 of 3 from the line on that trip. So chips away a little bit there, makes it a 7-point game. Jasper's just going to have to continue to force turnovers. They need to get it across. 10 seconds, nope.
See, this time they just got it across, then they went into their offense. The first time they were kind of out of sync because Jasper caught them off guard with the press.
Right. Yeah, their offense is pretty well going to be the 4 corners for the most part. Cats get a trap opportunity.
They missed the guy wide open under the basket.
So there's a drive, and they've missed some bunnies down there.
2.
Another one. So that's at least 4 in this 4th quarter that they have missed just point-blank shots. So Jasper's got opportunities here.
No doubt. No doubt.
So 7-point ball game right now. Jasper's got to score here with 4:25 to go. They trail by 11 at one point. Ernie with it. And he dribbles right off his toe but gets it back. Mainers just going to launch the three. I just don't think Mainers is really taking advantage of his post game tonight.
No, you're exactly right.
There's not many players out there to go against this 6'5" frame.
Neidig's done a pretty decent job in guarding him, but
Tanner throws it away. I call him Tanner.
When you're trying to come back, you can't do that.
Well, and that leads to an easy breakaway there for a bucket. So Neidig has got a nice night going with 14 points. Butel with a reverse layup on the other end.
You can't change baskets though at this stage in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have stops on the defensive end and
there's a bump, no call, but a good block here by Mainers, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say actually off of Mainers, I guess.
Yeah, I thought that one should have went the other way, but what do we know?
Yeah. Jeremy, you got the replay ready?
They're going to the monitor.
No, wait, we're not inside of 2 minutes. All right, so Loniger.
We've done a good job on him tonight. You know, I mean, he came in their second leading scorer at 13.3, and I don't know what he's got tonight.
3 points.
Yeah. So from that standpoint, their top 2 scorers haven't scored, but, you know, the rest of them have picked it up for them.
There's a dump off now into the corner. Now, thought better this time was Neidig. It's been aggressively going after it. Now it's going to be a foul called on Day. So
it's going to come down to free throws here in just shortly. See how well they shoot free throws.
So Jasper trails by 7, 41-34. 2:45 on the clock as Loniger splits and gets down. Gives it up. That's Wirtz. And that's going to be a foul on the Wildcats. So it's 2 quick ones actually on Day. It's his third. Loniger in the backcourt. Gives it back. Yoder. Game of keep away right now. And actually it goes right off the toe of Josh Miller. So Jasper got him into that corner and boxed him in, forcing a turnover. So an opportunity here. Jasper's really got to start putting some points on the board here.
Yeah, you can't have any empty trips down the floor.
7-point ball game at 2:19. Clock is not in their favor, but they got to score here. And Butel with a 3-pointer in the corner doesn't go. Day gets the rebound though, and goes up, and he's actually
Loniger's, I think.
So no bonus situation yet. Third foul whistled on Barr Reeve. Cats will inbound underneath with 2:12 to go here in a 7-point deficit. Quick inbound gets knocked away there, so good defense by Josh Miller to deny that pass. Don't think any seconds went off there. 2:12 on the clock.
Clock guy couldn't turn it on and off fast enough.
Mainers able to gather it. And now he's losing the handle and gets it back. Mainers stops and pops and hits that one. So Cats really needed that bucket there.
Yes, they did.
Gives Mainers 9 on the ball game. 5-point game, so aggressive defense. Anything can happen right here with 1:50 to go. Tough situation, and actually they get bailed out with a foul. I thought maybe he called a timeout.
Yeah, Day got the foul, I believe. So now they're going to be shooting 2 free throws from here on out. And the best I can tell, they're about a 67% free throw shooting team.
And he misses that one. So Leininger hasn't had many scoring opportunities tonight, just 3 points. That was an early three-pointer in the third quarter. But actually, that's the fourth foul whistled on Day, so he's been called for 3 straight. Second free throw goes, so 2-possession ball game, 42-36. Jasper trails by 6. Foy, aggressive, gets that at least 2 points back right there, and John Gable calls a timeout. So 1:36 to go here, 42-38 when we come back. Jasper trails by 4. We're chipping away here on 18 WJTS.
103.3 The Fix is Southern Indiana's go-to radio station for must-have music hits.
I love your music!
From the All-American Rejects to Lizzo, we've got you covered.
Dude, I listen all the time.
Did we mention we also have local news, sports, and Pacers basketball?
Wow.
Your music fix, your sports fix, your fix for it all.
Oh my God, I won!
Tune in to 103.3 and get your fix today.
Today's must-have music all day.
All right, so the Cats are back in this ball game, trailing by 4. See if this press can force a turnover. They get him in the corner. Tough situation, forcing a timeout. So where are we? Timeout situations. I think that's down to 2 for the Vikings.
Should be 2 and 2.
But
Jasper switched up a little bit there. They went to a man-to-man press, and I think it kind of caught them off guard.
And they're actually going to call it a full timeout. So we'll take a break as well. 42-38 when we come back. Barr Reeve basketball here on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on remaining new 2025 models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough and powerful Tacoma pickup and the popular versatile RAV4 SUV. Available now and priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
All right, so Barr Reeve's going to have the ball side out this time. Cats still locked in man-to-man, so they get it inbounds, and it's going to be an E. No, and he misses again. I'll tell you, Barr Reeve has missed 5 bunnies here in this fourth quarter.
They're doing everything they can to leave a little bit of life in Jasper.
4-point basketball game with 118. And Ernie just gets totally annihilated, but no call. Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Man.
Jasper's going to run offense for defense and get Day back in with those 4 fouls.
Boy looking for somebody, gets it in today. Now it's going to be a quick reach.
I think on Neidig.
Yeah, so he does call it on Neidig. How many is that for him? It's the second personal foul. I was going to say it was on Yoder. I think he's got at least 3.
Both teams are in the bonus now. There's a wide open 3.
Short on it. And we'll see if this goes off a Wildcat, and it does. So
I couldn't tell. It looked like a volleyball being batted around there. I couldn't tell who hit it last.
Well, Jasper got a good look right there with Logan Day. I mean, he'll take an inbound 3-pointer from him all day. So Jasper not able to convert, trailing by 4 with 1:09 to go. So still life in the ball game. Barr Reeve quickly gets it across, and we'll see if they back out. Yes, they do. Leininger gives a good defensive play there by Levin, actually. And there's a drive. Levin with a bunny, and he can't get it to go. Mainers comes down. No, he can't handle it. Now a battle, and the Cats get the call as Foy goes up with the shot there. So Jasper missed a bunny on our side, but good aggressive rebounding there. Forces a situation where the Cats can cut into this 4-point game with free throws.
Miller just fouled out.
So if anything, that might open things up a little bit more for Mainers down low.
Now I think we got blood on Ernie.
Probably got blood from that hammer job. They didn't call a foul on the last possession.
It's funny how they pick and choose which ones are fouls and which ones aren't, because some of them look like they murder them and they don't call it, and then the next time they breathe on them and they call a foul.
Exactly. All right, so crucial free throws right now, 47.6 to go. Vikings with a 42-38 lead. So right here, Riley Foy, the sophomore, can have a chance to hit 2 big ones. Foy's got 10 points on the ball game, and he misses the first.
Can't be giving away free points.
Yeah, the main thing is you got to hit at least one to make it a one-possession ball game.
Yeah.
And he hits that one. Cats are 3 of 5 from the foul line here in this fourth quarter.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left, so.
Now you got the corner. You got they call a quick timeout there.
I think they call a foul. You know, I don't understand kids, and I know teams practice it and everything else, but why do you dribble across the 10-second line and then pick your dribble up?
No, I would never.
Now you have the 10-second line, the out-of-bounds line, and 2 defenders, and you're basically up a creek.
Yeah.
You know, and I know coaches well enough to know that they teach that and they practice not to do that, but yet kids continue to do it.
That's a big free throw right there by Kirsten Loninger.
He's an 82% free throw shooter, so
he's
not the guy probably that
yeah.
if you had your choice, he wouldn't be the one you'd want out there, but sometimes you don't have that choice.
So the free throw's big because it makes it a 2-possession game now. It's a 4-point ball game, and he hits the second one to make it a 5-point ball game. So he's 3 of 4 from the line here in this fourth quarter. Now Jasper with 42 seconds. Trailing 44-39 as Mainers. And that's the thing. Gotta be careful. Boy, the bunnies that have been missed, but now look at the tip right there, though. Day stayed after it, so he had 2 opportunities, missed them both, but then was able to tip that one right up and in, so that makes it a 3-point game with 27 seconds to go here, Jason. And, yeah, it's just a situation where, again, you know, Jasper's obviously going to have to aggressively go after the basketball, but if you don't, you got to commit the foul. Just keep trying to chip away.
Yeah, for one, you know, you try to make it hard for Barr Reeve to get the ball in bounds here right away, and if they do get it in bounds, you take a risk because you're full court away, so you've got the opportunity to take a risk or a chance for a steal. If you don't get it, other guys are coming to fly the trap. So, you know, I look for Jasper to do that. And if they don't, then they're going to have to foul. Barr Reeve obviously is going to look to keep the ball in number 10, Loninger's hands as much as they can with him being their best free throw shooter. But, you know, Jasper doesn't have to foul right away.
No, because there's 27 seconds. We got time.
Right.
So right there you're going, oh, my goodness. Oh, that was a quick foul because that was an easy layup coming for Foy.
Maybe. He kicked it out of bounds. So.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if he quit when he heard after the whistle. You don't know. But
well, one thing I noticed, the Wildcats made a substitution there because you had to take Day out of the ball game because he's got 4 fouls. Now you get him back in for offense.
Yeah.
Because we lose 3-point shooting situation.
Levin's in now, but as soon as after this first free throw, then they'll put Day back in the game.
So Butel picked up that foul there. So the free throw is good.
Is that Wrigley?
Yep, Wrigley works. 2 of 3 from the foul line, 2 points. A huge free throw from their standpoint, making it a 4-point game.
Yes, it was.
So now Jasper's got to try to score twice in 25 seconds. Still a 2-possession game at a 5. But one of them's got to be a 3. So a 3, a stop, and a 2 or a 3. Foy just launches one there and coming down with the rebound. And are they going to call a jump ball? Yes, sir, they did. That's a good call.
Jasper's ball, too.
Yeah, both the officials, he looked at the other one saying, hey, are you calling a foul? If not, I saw a jump ball down here. Yep. So Jasper hangs on. 5-point game.
Oh, he traveled.
Boy's going to shoot another three. Can't get it to go. Mainers knocks it out of bounds. So Barr Reeve basketball, and this game is pretty well sealed with 1.6 to go. So at this particular point, you just have to back off.
Yeah.
So the inbound goes in, and Barr Reeve will win the basketball game 46-41. So Jasper made an effort there. Cut it down to 2 points at one particular point, but Barr Reeve able to hit some free throws down the stretch here, and Jasper just not able to hit enough shots to get back in.
Yeah, the third quarter is what, kind of hurt Jasper. They got outscored 16-11. I know it was only 5 points they got outscored, but they were already down 4, going into that quarter. Right. So, that was kind of the killer for them was, the third quarter again where, that's a quarter where you need to at least try to play even. So you go into the fourth quarter maybe down 3.
Right.
So overall, I mean, Jasper's going through probably their toughest stretch in their schedule, with New Albany and then now coming to Barr Reeve. Saturday you're at home against Heritage Hills. Heritage Hills is Heritage Hills. They're
right.
Usually got a nice team. But, you can't rest on your laurels, and you have to, continue to try to get better. You've got a day of practice tomorrow and Friday, and then you got to be right back at it Saturday afternoon against Heritage Hills. And I think, from the coaching standpoint, Jasper just has a few things that they need to try to clean up a little bit. Tonight I felt like on offense they did a lot of standing around early. It was a lot of one-on-one stuff because they weren't trusting the offense. They weren't running the offense, trying to get shot opportunities from that. I just felt like they were kind of ho-hum about the offense tonight. Defense wasn't bad. I mean, you held Barr Reeve to 46 points. Mm-hmm. You hold any team to 46 points and you're going to be in the game, which right. They were, 46-41. But, on the offensive side of it, I just felt like that's where we were lacking tonight. And we've got to get better at that, getting closer and closer, as we inch closer to the sectional. And obviously, we talk about it every year. That's, you try to get to the sectional playing your best basketball of the year, and right now Jasper's not doing that. They have time to right that ship.
Oh, yeah. 20 games
they've got plenty of time, plenty of games. There's some teams in there that, normally our end of our season is pretty tough. This year you've got Castle, and I don't think Castle's having a very good year.
Yeah.
A new one on the schedule this year at the end with Bloomington South, which – Bloomington South is a big school. I don't know what their basketball program is like now, but there for a long time they had a really good basketball program. Yeah. And then you've got Bedford in there. Bedford's always Bedford. I mean, that's always a dog fight. So yeah, it doesn't get any easier. You got Mater Dei coming up. Mater Dei's having a pretty good year, I think. So there's a chance, like I said, to right this ship and get it turned around, but you can't just keep putting that off and keep saying that. There comes a time when you have to execute that plan.
Oh yeah.
And we're getting to that point where we need to start playing good basketball so that when we get to the sectional, we're ready to go.
Well, and I think one thing with Barr Reeve, I mean, they obviously play an aggressive style of man-to-man defense and get after you, but your offense has to be patient enough to be able to handle that. And it's like instead of getting that shot, maybe 2 or 3 passes into the offense, you got to be patient and just make sure that you get it in the right spots where you can get yourself to score.
Yeah, and I just didn't feel like tonight we did a very good job of executing that. Mm-hmm. We forced a lot of shots early in the possession. It's one thing to run 20, 30 seconds off the clock and then try to force a shot. But we run 5 or 10 seconds off and we're forcing a shot.
Yeah.
You can't, it's hard to win basketball games when you do those type of things. I mean, the effort's there. The kids are out there trying, But, again, I just feel like we don't cut with authority. We don't move with a sense of urgency all the time. We get to the fourth quarter, and then it's like they kick it up a gear.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we kick that gear? Why don't we start in that gear in the first quarter and second quarter and then build off of that? So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, because, again, both teams are going to go deep in their bench for the most part. I mean, they went eight players, as far as what they played, so 3 deep in your bench. And the Wildcat pretty well played 3 or 4 guys off the bench and all that. So it's just, again, you're going to get rest when you need it, but when you're on the floor, it's just got to be, pretty well balls to the walls nonstop.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And some of these guys I don't think know what that's all about. They think they're doing that, and you get that a lot with high school kids. They think they're playing as hard as they can in the effort, but if you just take, I bet if you took Jasper and you, throughout the course of the year, sat the team down and you just show them a quarter of a game, just pick a game, show them that quarter, I bet you could pick out whether it was the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter, just by watching the effort and the authority with the cutting and the defensive pressure, and you shouldn't be able to do that. It should be you. And I'm not sitting here saying that it's easy to maintain that through the whole game, but it's like you said, you have guys that are capable of coming off the bench. If you get winded or you get tired, then you go out and you rest a minute or two and then you come back in. But you have to play, like you said, with that balls to the wall every minute you're on the floor.
Just a sense of urgency, really.
Yeah, and I don't feel like we do that at times. Like I said, we do late in the games, but it's early in the games that we're just kind of out there going through the motion and
just not doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it's Thursday night. We're going to call it a night here. I think the coaches probably don't really want to talk about it, and we're on the opposite side, so they probably have a tough time even finding us.
Yeah, they may not find us, and I don't see any of them coming out yet.
Yeah, so we'll just get it's a Thursday night school night. So
That's
just a quick
right.
rundown of the scoring here. Leading scorer for Barr Reeve, Braxton Neidig with 14 points. And then, they had every player that played scored tonight. 6 points for Loniger, 6 points for Yoder. Graber had 3, 6 for Josh Miller. And off the bench, we had Boyd with 3, 2 for Thompson, and Wirtz with 3. So for the Wildcats, they were led. We do have Bagley coming up here, so we'll have a quick talk with him. But I'll go down to scoring here as well. Riley Foy had 11 for the Wildcats, only score in double figures. All scoring came from the starters, so 9 points for Dave. Butel had 6, 6 for Parker Ernie, and 9 points for Jalen Mayers. All right, so Caleb Bagley, thank you very much for coming up here to talk to us, Coach. And tough loss on a Thursday night.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Barr Reeve's got a good team. They shoot the ball really well. Their guard plays really solid. It's a physical game, and it probably came down to the three-point line. They made 7, we made 3, and really you look at the stats, and after that it was pretty well even. I think we beat them on rebounding. I think they beat us in the turnovers by a couple, but it came down to their ability to make some threes, especially early in the game.
Well, what did you think of our defensive effort tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a pretty good job. You give them credit that they got number 10 free in the second half, and it was, Kean got put in a tough spot where we were in rotations and maybe just helped a little bit too much. But again, that's what kind of team they have. They have the ability. They've got good players that understand when to make the right play, and then that's what they did in that situation. And then they made us pay for it. But down the stretch, I told the guys after the game, like, this isn't a team that usually turns the ball over late in the fourth quarter, and we forced them into some turnovers late in the game and kind of got the game to where you felt like one player, here or there, and we got a chance to tie it up or take the lead, but we just couldn't get there.
Well, what kind of troubles did their defense give us?
Well, they did a lot of switching, and then they were just physical with us in the post. I mean, we never really got really great post position really the whole game. And then their switching just kind of took us out. Early, in the first half, really the second quarter, it's kind of really when we kind of got out of sorts and, probably dribbled the ball a little bit too much. And, I think we ended it with 10 turnovers, which, anytime you're around 10, that's pretty good. But some of them were self-inflicted.
All right, well, again, it's a tough night here on a Thursday night, but now you just have a short period to get ready for Heritage Hills, and that's an afternoon game coming up yet.
Yeah, 1 and 2:30 on Saturday, and Heritage Hills got a good team as well. I think the big thing is these games are going to help us, and whether you win them or you lose them, obviously you want to win every time you go out and play, but, you look at that and think, like, you lost to a good team. It's not like we came in here and laid an egg and didn't play well. We lost to a good team, and we get another opportunity to play a good team, and that's the way it's going to be coming down this. The last, I think we got 6 games left.
Right.
That's the beauty of our schedule. We can sit here and look at the schedule, but that's the only way you get better, and that's the only way you prepare to win come March, and it's good opportunities for us to continue to get better, and we're going to play in the sectional. It's not like we're sitting here like, oh man, we may not make the tournament.
Right.
So we just got to get back to the basics and find a way to compete on Saturday and give ourselves a chance to be a good team.
Well, we had a competitive game in that first game as well and came up short a little bit. But talk about your JV team this year.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job. They've from the beginning of the year, I always tell them this, they don't really realize it, but you see how much they get better throughout the year, and they start to, you watch them, they're like completely different people from the start of the year to the end of the year. But really competitive game tonight. We've had those recently. I mean, last Friday night against Du Bois was an overtime game. We hit a shot at the buzzer to send it to overtime. Played a really competitive game at New Albany that kind of got away from us a little bit late in the fourth quarter, and then play another competitive game here, and then we get, we're going to get another competitive one on Saturday. So, like I said, that's the only way we get better. So we got to step up to the challenge.
All right. Well, hey, like you said, there's plenty of basketball left and a lot of opportunity for both teams to improve. So we'll keep working on that.
Yeah. Thank you,
All
Craig.
right, appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, so Coach Caleb Bagley giving us an assessment both of the varsity action as well as JV, so we appreciate that. And Jasper falls to Barr Reeve 46-41. So for Jeremy Marcos and Jason Stamm on the color commentary tonight, my name is Craig Schneider. This is Wildcat Basketball here on 18 WJTS. Good night.
The preceding was a special presentation of 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, Du Bois County Tire, Ubalor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.